Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chase here at Rocky Mountain. Thank you so much for joining us. This is our premium knee brace buyer's guide. I have 6 knee braces up here on the table that we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to help you decide which one might be best for you. The good news is there's a lot of great knee brace options out there. The bad news is it's hard to choose which one's going to be best for you, and so that is my job today. I've written in several of the knee braces up here, so I'll give you my feedback as we talk about them. And before I film this, I tried every single one of these on all back to back just to try and notice any subtle differences, whether it was the fit, how the straps felt, the weight, the height, how low profile each boot was. So I will share with you some of my feedback as we go through and we talk about these. But I think the best feedback is going to come from you. If you have worn one of the knee braces that we have up here today, I would love to know which one it is and give us your feedback, good or bad. I want to hear it all. That's going to help other riders out there looking to pick up a set of these. The other important thing I will mention too is fit. So look at sizing guides. Measure your leg however that brand asks you to. Some brands might have you take a measurement above your knee on the thigh. Some might just do a knee measurement. In any case, look at those, find out what size is going to be right for you. When you buy a knee brace, and this goes for any apparel item that we sell, get it, try it on at home, make sure it's the size that's going to be best for you. All the braces up here will have either adjustable padding or different pads or shims you can put on the inside of the knee to help fine tune the fit. But if you don't like it, you can send it back to us in brand new, unused condition, and we'll give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange. Let's say you buy the Mobius, you think, I don't like it that much, I want to exchange it, I want to try the new pod, free shipping both ways. Or you can just go up or down a size, doesn't matter. With that being said, let's talk about these and help you decide which one might be best for you. First up is the Mobius X8. Long list of top riders that are currently wearing and have ridden in the Mobius. Look, these top riders, they change gear quite a bit, but I've seen Ken Roczen in the Mobius X8, Christian Craig, Adam Cianciarulo, Chet Lawrence, Jordan Smith, Ryan Villopoto. All those guys have worn the X8. I've ridden the X8. And I will tell you right now, this is probably one of the more comfortable knee braces that I have worn. Every time I put this on, I like the nice thick straps that they have in the back. It just hugs the knee well. It's just a comfortable knee brace. It feels nice and lightweight. Some of the unique features about the X8, they have their tendon back plate here in the rear, which goes up against the back of your knee, and it's there to help kind of support the ligaments and tendons that you have there. And they say that's going to help reduce the chance of an injury. And that's all controlled by their CCRS or continuous cable routing system dial that you have right here in the front. So overall, like I said, very comfortable. This is probably my favorite knee cup design of all the braces that are up here. It just stays nice and streamlined, nice and low profile when you are bending your leg. And like I said, riding this, the only issues or complaints that I would have about the Mobius, and again, this is subjective to me because I'm 5'7", not very tall. I also have big thighs and big calves. So if you can relate to that, maybe this will help you out. But if you don't, probably not an issue for you. But the foam on the X8, I felt broke down faster than any of the other foams that I've ridden in or used on other knee braces. And then to me, the X8 is a little on the tall side. So again, being shorter, it just feels like a long brace when I have it on. And I wish it was a little bit more low profile. So when I put on a boot, that's important to me is how slim the knee brace is so it doesn't feel like my boot is just monstrous. And so with these, just not the most low profile option up here, but overall, it's been a solid knee brace, and again, very popular. Don't take my word for it. Go read rider reviews on these and all the other braces up here. Next up, you have the new EVS Web Eclipse. So this was a new knee brace that they've come out with not too long ago. This, like the Mobius, is also one of my favorite fitting. I just love the way that this thing fits around my knee. I love their adaptive cuffs that you have up here at the top and the bottom. So when you put it on, you cinch it down, it wraps around the upper thigh and the bottom of the leg really well. And really, with the new Eclipse, it's a carbon fiber frame, a good kneecap protector design. The only gripe that I have is kind of like with the Mobius, it's a little tall for me. And then down at the bottom, I do really like that their straps all clip in. Just makes putting this thing on that much easier and taking it off. I just wish that down here, again, along the bottom, and this is just for me, wish it was a little bit more low profile. But outside of that, I think the Eclipse, very comfortable, great knee brace. Next up, you have the Leatt X-Frame. So this has been a very popular brace year after year, and for good reason. Price point, So this comes in a little over $500, which is the second least expensive brace that is up here. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But the X-Frame, to me, when I was trying it on, when I compared to the others, it is the tallest knee brace that is up here in this guide. So that is what I noticed right away, but it's comfortable. The strap design, I think, is fine. It's got a good foam on the inside, all metal hinge on the inside, so you're gonna get good durability there. And then what I like, though, is that with their kneecap design, might not be the most low profile option, but here's what I do like. All the other braces up here, when you look at their knee protectors, all use either elastic or some sort of strap just to kind of hold everything together. The X-Frame doesn't have that. This front knee protector is just built into the actual hinge. So for me, when I look at a knee brace, look, you're spending a lot of money on these. You're gonna think about durability. So not having any sort of straps on that kneecap protector is just one point about the brace that I'm not gonna worry about failing on me. So that's one thing that I noticed. And they do also have a hybrid version of this. So if you like this brace, they have another version where it actually does not have this center protector. Instead, it is a sleeve that you put on your leg first that has some foam that goes over your knee. It's a CE rated armor, and then you'd slide the knee brace on over top of that. So it's gonna make this knee protector a little bit more low profile because it does, compared to the others, this piece does stick out just a little bit farther. But again, being very popular, comes at a great price point. Next up, you have the Asterisk Carbon Cell 1. The Carbon Cell is the knee brace that I have spent the most time in. It's the brace that I am riding in currently. And here is why I've really liked the Carbon Cell 1 up to this point. It feels very lightweight, full carbon fiber construction, and it's very slim. It's the slimmest knee brace that is up here on the table. Again, if you don't have large calves, might not be a big issue for you, but for me, that's what I've noticed and enjoyed most about the Carbon Cell. It's very comfortable. And so again, you can adjust the padding on the inside of the knee like the rest of these to fine tune the fit. So there's two things about the Carbon Cell 1 that I would think could be a little bit better. One is I do wish that the upper cuff and the lower, like some of these other braces, was adaptable. Kind of like what I talked about with the EVS, how you have this soft cup up here, and we get to the pod, we'll talk about that. The reason I say is because when I have this knee brace on and I have it all strapped down, because there's no give to the carbon fiber up here at the top, it just doesn't conform to my leg as well as some of these others. And so what I've noticed is when I have it on and I bend my leg, it feels like the top of the brace wants to kind of lift up off my thigh a little bit. It's not a deal breaker, and honestly, when you're riding, you're probably not even gonna notice that. But again, when you're comparing these, back to back, that's just one of the little things that I noticed. I also, too, with the kneecap design, so they've recently updated the Carbon Cell to where they have a newer kneecap design, which to me is better than the previous. The older model, which is what I have, is just kind of a bulky kneecap design, so I am glad that they did refine that. But another unique feature to the Asterisk is their tether system. So the tether connects the brace to your boot. Now, it does require you, two things you need to know is that if you're connecting the tether, you got to put a hole through your pants, and then you actually go through that, and then it connects to your boot. We actually have a how-to video that we did that shows you how to do that. So here's why the tether is unique. A lot of knee injuries come from rotation. Okay, if you are, let's say, going through a corner, your leg is out, you catch your leg in that rut. Well, what happens is your boot and your ankle and everything twists, but what you don't want is for your leg to twist inside the knee brace. You want the knee brace to also rotate to help reduce and take away some of those forces. So with that tether system, you're essentially connecting the brace to your boot. So if you do twist your leg, the knee brace is taking some of that load off of your knee, if that makes sense. And the only knee brace up here that offers some sort of tether system. And now, on top of that, with the Carbon Cell, if you like this, you could look at their Ultra Cell 4.1, which is an older design. It's heavier, it's bulkier, but they do have an adaptive cuff on that knee brace. And what's kind of unique about the Ultra Cell is you actually will bend the upper and lower cuff, and then you tighten down a screw that will help it maintain its form. So it's almost like you're custom fitting the upper and lower part of the knee brace to your leg. So check out the Ultra Cell 4.1. But overall, The Carbon Cell 1 for me, it's been a fantastic brace. I've got 2 full seasons in the pair that I have. Durability-wise, I really haven't seen any issues. It's been great. Next up, you have the Alpinestars RK-7. A-Stars recently released new knee braces, the RK-1, RK-7, and they also even have an RK-10. Here's why I have the RK-7 up here. This knee brace kind of blows me away at the price point. It's still expensive, relatively, when you look at other things out there, but it's $450 for the set, not just one, for both. So it's almost $100 cheaper than the Leatt, and it's almost half as expensive as a lot of the other braces that are up here. So $450 you get the set. When you compare the RK-7 to the RK-10, really the only big main difference is in the construction of the chassis. This uses a polyurethane chassis versus carbon fiber, but you still get pretty much all the same features. All the buckles, or the upper and lower buckle, just snap in and out really quick and easy to adjust, which, let me backtrack a little bit, because that is one feature on the Eclipse that I forgot to mention. I do like that all their straps have these just quick release buckles. Just makes it a little bit easier and faster to get into that thing. Okay, back to the RK-7. Comfortable, okay, very lightweight feeling, very comfortable, just like with the the Carbon Cell. You have their wider straps in the back. It's more of an X-strap design instead of just the individual single strap. So again, that's gonna, I think, add to the comfort of the straps when you have it on. I forgot to mention that Asterisk does have a pro version of the Carbon Cell, which does have an X-strap design like the RK-7. You do go open price a little bit, but if you're looking for that, they do have that option. The RK-7's got a good kneecap design. They're using their plasma armor that they have on the inside there for impact protection. Again, good hinge. This one did feel the most snug of all the braces up here when I was trying it on. Felt like it was the tightest around my knee and on the upper thigh. Again, kind of like with the Carbon Cell 1, I do wish they had an adaptive cuff on this on the upper and lower. That's just kind of a feature that I've noticed in braces that I like. But aside from that, it is a really good knee brace. And again, you're $450 for the set, which is a killer deal. I would also point you to the RK-1, which is their entry-level knee brace. I've ridden in that one. And with the RK-1, it comes in just 2 sizes available, and it doesn't have any extra padding to help you fine-tune the fit around the knee. It's just kind of, they have a, I believe, extra small, or a small medium and a large extra large. So when you buy one of those sizes, you can't really fine-tune the fit as well, but it's still a killer brace, and it's $250 for the set. So check out the RK-1. All right, last but not least, you have the new Pod K8 3.0. Brand new knee brace with the 3.0. The K8 2.0 has been around for a while. I also got to ride in that brace as well. I'll give you some of my feedback. But this thing is all new from the ground up. There is nothing that carried over from the K8 2.0. So now what they're doing, carbon fiber chassis here, but now they're doing this adaptive upper and lower cuff. Pretty unique kneecap design with their own armor here that is actually CE level 2 for impact protection. So great there, full coverage. But a couple unique features about the new K8 3.0 that I like. So they use their synthetic ligament down here for at their hinge, which is made from a material called Vectran, which is incredibly strong. So they're using that to try and kind of mimic the natural anatomy that you have in your knee. And all these braces, when it comes to the hinge design, they're all trying to mimic the natural motion of your knee, because regardless of how your leg is bent, you want the knee brace to be in the correct position to help protect you. They're all gonna do a good job of doing that. But they just use their synthetic ligament. It's kind of unique how they do that. Also, what I like too is that they made it to where when you put this brace on, it sits deeper onto the knee. So even when you're kind of standing straight up, it still stays in a good protective location. But the biggest feature that I would say with the new K8 3.0 is down here at the bottom. So you have these struts that go all the way down, but then right here, this whole centerpiece is made from a softer rubber material. And so when you put this on, it helps the brace wrap around and conform to the front of your leg in the shin area. Why is that important? It goes back to that rotational management that I talked about earlier. They're trying to mitigate rotational injuries with the new K8 3.0, and their claim, and they've done university testing, they even have their own jig that they use to test their knee brace. Their claim is that this new adaptive cuff design at the bottom will actually help reduce the severity and force of rotational injuries up to 54%. Again, that is coming from the testing that they have done. Last little bit that I noticed about the K8 is that it's an inch shorter than the previous model, which for me is a perk. That's a bonus, so I like that they made it a full inch shorter. Only nitpick or downside that I noticed to this is that it's a little bit on the heavier side. So, and I think a lot of that is coming from their knee protector. Again, being that it is CE level 2, I do think that this impact foam that they're using is very dense, going to protect you, but it does add some weight to the brace. And it was just something I noticed when you compare it to some of the lighter options that are up here. But overall, brand new, killer brace. And yeah, I can't wait to go riding it and give you some more feedback. And that's it. That is our knee brace buyer's guide. Okay, it's pretty short, to the point. Just trying to point out some of the major differences between these to help you decide which one you feel might be best for you. Again, if you have questions, comments, please leave those down below. We'll help to get those answered. To see all these, click the link or head to RockyMountainATVMC.com. We ship for free over $75. And if you want to stay up to date on videos like these, do yourself a favor, get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.